Hi, howdy y'all. My name is Nolan. I am going to show you how to cook smoked backstrap. I've been playing around with this recipe and method for a long time, almost 15 years. And I get so many comments from people that I cook for, I thought I'd make a video, a little how-to video, to kind of make things easier for those. Now my backstraps have already been pre-marinated, injected, and put in the freezer to make it easier when I'm ready to take them out and smoke them. And what I do is I always leave the gristle on, and I take a meat injector and I slide it in there and I inject it because that gristle holds the marinade really well. And then what I take, I cover it with seasoning to get it dry enough for the vacuum sealer to work. And then I vacuum seal it and I freeze it. And I always cut them in half, long ways. Cut them in half, that way they're easier to handle, they're easier to work. And then what I will do is I'll wet them down with a little bit of more marinade. I've got some bacon soaking that I'm gonna put on top when I'm ready to smoke. But first I'm gonna make sure they're good and wet, and then I will take a good rib rub, whatever kind you like. I've got some Head Country sweet and spicy. I've played around with it a little bit and it works. I like the flavor of it pretty good. And I'll coat this, I'll give it a real good coating. And then I will sprinkle a little bit, just a touch of cayenne. And then I'll wet it down a little bit more. Now I've got some bacon soaking in a bowl. I'm trying something new. I usually soak it in Coca-Cola, but I'm trying some honey water with brown sugar mixed in. I'm going to see how that works. But I generally do the bottom side first. Then I flip it over. Put that little chunk back in there. And then I'll do the top, because I want to do the top last, because that's where I forgot to put brown sugar on there. I always sift brown sugar on it. That's my last process. I coat brown sugar. Then I'll flip it over. And then I'll do the same thing on the top. I do the top last. I leave the gristle on top, because if you smoke it with the bacon on top, most of the time it'll either soften up really nice, or you can just slice it off after you cut it up. I'm making a cooking video for my backstrap. But I do the same thing. I sift a good amount of brown sugar after I put my cayenne on there. And then I will take and lay bacon over the top, and I usually run it back and forth across the top to where it covers the top and a little bit of the sides. Keeps everything nice and juicy. And then as an added bonus, when I smoke this, halfway through, I will pull the bacon off, finish smoking the bacon, and then it goes into a pot of green beans. And it makes a really nice pot of green beans. I'll season this bacon a little bit, but not too much. I'll season the rest of the bacon. I'll have a lot of bacon extra, and I'll smoke it separately and make what I call candied bacon. But that's generally how I prep my backstrap. Every one, that's how I do it, all the same. And it turns out really well. And I'll make another video once I get to smoking it and show you what I do then.